We have I have a lot of questions after today about what we can do for the future in terms
That's a good idea.
promoting.
Okay. Copy.
Camera work and stuff.
Share. 1 second. I feel so stressed.
Okay,
I should have
Reed.
pre-wrote it today. I
Nobody's
usually
waiting.
pre-write it so nobody has to wait. Everybody's waiting, and I already know that. Okay, we're good. Because now I can just copy and paste the other one.
It's okay. They're there.
I love the shirt, sir. Excellent shirt.
Ooh, yes.
That's classic Super Friends. Right there.
All right, whenever you're ready.
Are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel
Okay.
ready.
Count us
Feels
down.
right.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
We are the Coinboys. Everybody, welcome. I'm your host, Daniel Gutierrez, at dgutierrez84 on Twitter. And to my left is the lovely...
Hi, I'm Reanimator on Twitch, Twitter, and Insta.
She's a little tired. She had a really long week.
I'm very long.
I'm glad that you had to say that
we're
because
gonna-
I'm not as funky.
we're gonna-
Yeah, you're like, ah.
We're gonna be talking to her about that very, very soon. She's got a lot of information.
I am Aaron, aka Sanity, at Sanity Crypto on the Twitter and such.
And of course, behind the ones, the twos, and the threes sometimes, we have Mr.
Sam Proof, what's going on, everybody?
Whew.
Yeah.
You had some hammer time going on in the alley
Yeah,
outside.
you may hear some construction. You
And
also
the
may-
construction crew.
Yeah.
Chime in, guys.
Thanks for stopping by, construction crew.
Let's see, we have fires, we have construction.
Oh my God,
what
there's
else do we got?
So much fires.
Everything's happening here in California
My
all at one
commute
time.
here took forever because people wanted to stare at burned grass. I'm like, guys,
Ugh.
can we not rubberneck on the
If
405?
I knew we were going to talk about this, I have pictures in my phone. We went to,
Would've had to
not,
be
not to
real for
jump into what I already did this weekend, but we went to a party in a park, and we were like the only green part. I was like, this is so weird.
So you're like the Reagan Library.
Oh my
The only thing that wasn't touched in the entire fire right there, somehow. Yeah, if you guys check it out, it's pretty crazy. All of the Reagan Library just completely burnt except
wow.
for the actual property. It's insane.
Really?
Yeah.
So they saved the library.
They did. They were able to save it. It's a beautiful library.
Wow. And the
It
Getty
really
was
is.
almost burning. And I'm like, okay,
Getty
there's
almost burned
half
down.
$1 trillion of art.
I
in
was
that
actually
building.
kind of freaking
Yeah.
out over the Getty.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I was,
So,
I
yeah.
was legitimately having a panic attack as I watched it edge closer, and then I was just like, "Is anybody gonna do anything?" Yeah, like you guys, get out.
Everybody line up, link arms.
Everybody sing happy birthday at once. That's all she can do.
Happy birthday, Getty Center.
Make your wishes, damn
I'm
it.
hitting everything.
Anyways, welcome to California. I'm glad we survived.
It's either burning or shaking.
And you know what? I don't even have the chat going
That's
on.
what I
over
was
here.
wondering. I was like, "What are people
I am
saying?"
so
Oh,
sorry.
well, in that case,
Go for it.
Jenso was saying, "You're late. I want my money back."
Jenso.
Jelly says, "Save the art." And then
Oh,
she,
Jelly Monkey said that.
Yeah,
of
and
course,
then,
the resident artist would say that.
yeah, followed up with Ree was gonna break into the Getty to save the art.
Yeah, she,
I was
there's
gonna
a high
pull. I was gonna
possibility.
pull a Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, like have a helicopter flow over, and I was gonna drop in.
Too bad you're going with Nick Cage with the Declaration of Independence instead. Not, actually, that was a great movie.
I want to be a
more
crazy
sensible.
Scientologist.
Oh my gosh.
You can be.
Well, folks, thank you so much for joining us on the chat. As always, say what's up. I know I just learned, and I just figured out that if you're on Mobcrush, we can see a lot of the chats. But if you're on Twitch, you're only seeing the Twitch chat. If you're on YouTube, you're only seeing the YouTube chat, and Facebook only sees the Facebook chat. Am I correct?
That's
so
correct.
they're partitioned. But
So
if you're on
we'll bring you
Mobcrush-
all together.
Yeah.
We'll bring you all together and let you know what's going on here.
We could theoretically overlay the chat on the stream, but we don't trust people.
Yeah, we don't trust people and what they're going to do. So
Fair enough.
We'll figure out a solution soon enough. So,
Sorry, I
anyways,
just saw Jelly.
Ree isn't rich enough to be a Scientologist. That's not how Scientology works. She has to sell her whatever soul is worth. Then she becomes rich.
Well,
you
and
get
you have
rich.
to, but you're not going to move up in levels if you don't have money to just give them. That's the thing.
We all can't be Nancy Cartwright, right, guys? Anyways, so how was your guys' weekend? Sandy, what did you do over the
Well,
week?
we had a whole couple weeks
Yeah,
because
well,
we were dark. last
but
week.
I did want to mention that you and I did do a stream.
That's true. Yes, we did our. It was for Stand Up to Cancer. Shout out to producer, by the way, for helping coordinate a lot of this stuff.
I'm sorry, Andy.
Reese still loves you. But yeah, we did a game tournament of Zombies Ate My Neighbors on the Super Nintendo.
Ooh,
And
fun.
we only had maybe 45 minutes of practice. So we had 45 minutes, a couple drinks in us, loosened up a little bit, and we tied for second place. So out
Oh,
of
we tied for second? I
tied
thought
for
we got
second.
third. Nice.
No, we actually tied with the other ones, but they actually said rather than restart, they were going to go get a beer and a ginger ale.
Yeah,
But so we
so-
kept going, and if we, then we would have compared points, but there was no prize for second or third, so it was just like, you could see we could have a point measuring contest, but no, it's like we didn't win on the Bible Adventures on the NES. Missed out on that
we
gem.
Got Bible Adventures.
What?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm pretty sure I've played that before, but I was raised Southern Baptist, so it makes sense.
Oh,
That
God,
makes
I'm
a lot
so
of-
sorry.
We had
My
Bible
grandparents
Monopoly,
were-
too.
Oh, my
What?
grandparents were Southern
Could you buy
Baptist.
nothing? Like, no, buying is a sin. And you just keep
No,
on going.
buying
all
is
the way
fine,
around
but
the
you have
board.
to be miserable with your purchase. Pleasure is sin.
Yes, exactly.
Those are foot
I
walking
grew up
Baptists, but they're not that
Catholic.
far
We're
away.
good. We know.
I know. Oh yeah, I was. Thank you for joining me. That was actually a lot of good fun.
Yeah, we raised some money for cancer. Follow @producer, by the way, and go to standuptocancer.org. There's a number
Yes.
2 in that. We'll put the link in the description when we start doing this.
Do
But
the restream. Yeah.
check it out if you guys want
Yeah.
to participate.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, they've been raising some good money from Twitch streamers and gamers in general. So it's a great cause. So that was one part of our week, which was pretty damn cool. And then otherwise, I mean, we had Halloween. It was great. I dressed up as a sushi chef. My wife was a bottle of soy sauce, and my baby was a little piece of sushi.
It was adorable.
That's the cutest thing.
It was adorable.
It was very
That's
freaking
the
cute.
cutest
So
thing ever.
we didn't do too much action. She's only like 1.5, so we didn't get to go.
Yeah, but that
very far,
means
but
you get to have that whole bag of candy yourself.
that's true.
So you enjoy that.
I only had the Snickers with creamy peanut butter.
What?
What?
So, oh yeah, oh
That's a thing that's being made?
yes, it
Snickers
is
with creamy peanut butter?
amazing. But my favorite thing I had to share on social media to trigger Spree and Sam was the candy corn flavored Peeps.
Ugh.
No!
I saw that.
Terrible.
That's gross.
I'm
Worst.
still angry about this.
I'm
so
going to
terrible.
find it, and we're going to have that as our
Don't
punishment
you-
for gaming.
Fucking-
That is
it'll be
awful.
super cheap.
100% awful. I would never.
And we're gonna blend it into a shake.
Ew.
And we're just gonna drink the shake.
Oh god.
Oh, God.
What do you think, guys? What do you think?
Just tell the chat what we should be
Reanimator fam.
eating.
Otherwise,
I'm not happy about
I helped Daniel get his feet underneath him for his VR rig.
We'll be talking about that
Yes,
shortly.
he
But
will.
yeah.
Oh. So yeah, it was good.
It's been great. And to my left, Miss Ree, what did you do?
Well, I spent half of my time, since you guys saw me last, plotting Aaron's death over the candy corn Peeps, because I love Peeps and I hate candy corn, and how dare you do that to my Peeps.
And I also tricked you into saying moist on your stream.
Yes, I also said it last night as well on accident, and then
Which-
I kept freaked out. So
So funny to me.
my voice is like a little bit weird still too, I think, from working and talking a lot. So, well, first off, I'll say I started The Outer Worlds.
Okay.
I'm insanely in love with it.
I need to get it.
I'm super happy I bought it. It's crazy. I don't want to put it down, but I do. Yesterday I was going to stream a short stream
Okay.
because I've been working a lot, and I ended up streaming 8 hours. So
What's a short stream, by the way? 2 hours?
I consider a short stream to be like 2, 3, 4 hours, like anything 4 hours and below, maybe.
That's a short stream?
To me,
My
it is, but I
goodness.
used to stream like 12 hours a day. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in the beginning,
This
so
makes a lot of sense.
and
yeah.
G-Mac guy was totally down with the candy corn shake, BT dubs.
gross.
I got NutriBullet.
So yeah, so Outer Worlds is incredible. I definitely recommend anybody buy it. There's very few glitches. If you love Fallout New Vegas, you will love Outer Worlds.
yeah.
It is a bit more RPG heavy as far as the dialogue chains go. Like,
There's some funny dialogue.
but
in
there's
that thing,
some
though.
good dialogue. There's
Yeah.
some great tosses to other movies. They mentioned Herbert West, which if anybody knows is the crazy doctor from the movie Reanimator. So I was really pumped about that part. I was like freaking out on stream. I think I even pulled my cell phone out and took a picture of my monitor
That's
because I was
awesome.
that excited about it.
Did you ever read the H.P. Lovecraft short story of Reanimator? Okay, so you go all the way to the roots, yeah, because that's a freaky short story
Yeah.
that spawned a movie and then a terrible music video at the end of the Reanimator movie.
Right,
The Reanimate
yes.
Your Feet song, which we should bring that as B-roll in one of these days.
I mean,
Bring it
maybe
in
it's
show.
going to happen right now for this podcast.
Oh, hit it! All right, maybe that's a cut. I don't know.
No. Although I'm
Reanimate
pretty
your
sure when we do that again next week, we're going to get that B-roll
Yeah.
in there.
So Outer Worlds is amazing. The artwork is beautiful. The game is just really, really, really great. I'm super pumped on
It
it.
is the spiritual successor, as people are saying, and apparently they knocked it out of the park.
Yeah,
Everybody's got great things to say about it.
I'm very
so
proud. I was very happy to pay full price for it, which I don't say often about
Wow.
games. And
I concur.
That should be the new scale. I see all these 9 out of 10s, 10 out of 10s. It's like, I paid full price.
And I don't mind.
Done. High praise for any game.
And I don't want a refund.
Yeah.
I have not pre-ordered as much lately because of all that. I'm learning my lesson.
Yeah.
It's pretty
It took
good.
me 39 years to learn.
So I did that, and then last week, because I guess we haven't had a podcast since I booked the gig.
Yeah.
But so last week I got pulled on to BlizzCon All Access.
I do want to get into it
Controversially,
very, very deep in our block news section.
Okay, so I'll just say that's what I did last week. I won't give any spoilers.
Because you're going to be going really, really in.
Oh, great. Oh, God. Yeah, so, I was one of the producers on BlizzCon All Access, and it was a total blast.
No, I do want you to kind of get into. They don't. I know. Sam knows, but like producing.
Right.
How tired do you get? How quickly? Like why? Let them know.
It's weird because like producing isn't as physical of a job as a lot of other people in production. Like to be honest, like physically it's not nearly as taxing, and I always feel bad for my friends who are still like having to do those really physically grueling jobs because I'm like, I know like physically you're putting so much more effort into your job than what I am, and that means a lot. So the reason it's exhausting is because you're just constantly talking to people and re-answering a lot of questions over and over and over
Same
and over
exact
again.
question.
It's a lot of just like time management and emails and your brain's just constantly going. Like it's so mentally.
It's very much like being a live streamer.
Yes, there's a million parts happening all at once. Like there's just all these moving parts that you have to coordinate and keep together, and you also want to make sure you're not stepping on other people's toes and like that. Because like decisions you make time-wise, rewind a little bit. The producer is basically the person that makes all of the time calls, makes sure the crews are where they need to be, when they need to be there, and then calls the shots and says, this was good, we're done with this, let's move on to the next thing.
You're the coach.
Yeah, you're basically the coach. Yeah, exactly. And so it's just everything kind of depends on you, but then you have to remember, okay, I got to talk to this person and tell them if I make this choice, and then tell this person because it's going to affect them on X, Y, and Z levels. So it's just having a really good knowledge of production or knowing when, hey, I don't have a good knowledge of this part of production, so I should probably ask someone before I make this call. So that's why it's exhausting. It's just a lot of different things.
Is much stronger than I am by a lot. I would have just completely gone mental.
The mental
Doing that
fortitude.
thing. Forget that.
Yeah.
That's how my brain goes all the time anyway, and it's already exhausting to be me, so I don't want to like accelerate that.
Well, and then it's just physically exhausting because it's such long days because it takes a lot of time to get everything done. Like even when I go back to my hotel room, it's like emails are still coming in. So it's like I'm not quite done at the end of the day like one would think. And when you wake up first thing in the morning, if anybody had a call time earlier than yours, your inbox is already full of emails.
Oh my goodness.
So it's just a lot of time more than like you're just tired because there's not enough time to do what you need to do.
Yeah. That's all of production, you guys. Yeah. And the higher up, the more responsibility you got.
So get into television and film, everyone.
Good luck.
Yeah, it shifts from like super physical exhaustion to more mental physical exhaustion because you're just in charge of so many people and you don't want to screw that up.
And then if you make it to an executive level, it's soulless exhaustion.
Yeah, you just
lose everything.
Yeah, you're just like I'm just having my heart in this, so I hate everything.
Just having a heart at all.
Well, normally I'd be going next, but I actually want to head over to Sam first. How'd you do, or what was your weekend like? What did you do? When did you do it? I would be a great investigative cop.
What did you do? Did you do it? Were you there? What did you do it?
I was like checked out for about 10 seconds on that. I'm sure people could see it on the camera. And all of a sudden I was like, wait, what's
happening going on?
Descending into madness.
I mean, it was a relatively chill weekend. We actually had 2 birthday parties, and the first one on Saturday was the very first like drop-off birthday party we had for a 6-year-old. It was actually a slumber party, but we were like, we don't really know those people, so you're coming home at 8.
Oh, okay, so you just brought her back.
Though, like, my wife was like, that was her thing. She was like, we're not going to do it. She's just going to... And I was like, she'll want to. By the time everyone's laying down, she'll be like, I'd like to go home now. Yeah, I know my kid.
Especially if it's their first time, they're like, this is really strange.
Like, my first time was with a neighbor I'd known forever, and I still wanted to go home by 8:30.
So there you go.
Yeah. And like the second one, like I was saying earlier, we were out in a park way up past Porter Ranch where they had that huge fire not so long ago, and then another one, and then like they're constantly in the threat zone, and we were in like
everywhere.
We were in like this small little patch of like just green with like they had saved the bathroom. Like, that's where the bathrooms were. So they were like, we have to
Turn
fight
on
the
the
fire
sinks.
here. But, like, the weird part was, so it was a science-themed party. They had a really cool science cake and some brain cupcakes and things like that. They had an
brain
actual,
God.
the mad scientist guy doing, like, magic and science tricks, which was a lot of, like, bubbles, glycerin, you can make slime. And then he was like,
Baking
this is
soda.
flash paper. And I was like, wait, we're doing what now?
Flash paper.
We are surrounded by charred area. And then I was like, all right, it's
party
flash
is lit.
paper. I
Everything's already burned.
I know the science behind flash paper. It leaves very little, like everything breaks up into a million little particles. So that seems safe. And then he was like, now we're going to launch a rocket. And I was like, this, however, seems a little, I get
I hope it's one of those water rockets that you.
Nope.
No.
It had ignition. I mean, it was
decharge.
it was an interior. There was no exterior flame, but at the same time, I was like, "This is concerning."
Oh
like,
my gosh.
even if it's
I would be
not
concerned.
concerning, it seemed like my wife was like, "This seems like it's in bad taste, like to
Yeah.
do now and
Yeah.
here." It was like, I would not do that. Weird side note: 5 hours later, we were looking at the LAFD website because we were like, what's going on with the Getty fire? I actually didn't know if it was like contained or whatever, and I could smell smoke.
Yeah.
We immediately saw on the LAFD website there had been a fire in that park that we were at,
my.
and I was like, oh my God.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
no.
Cause of fire? Rocket.
Rocket.
Yeah, right.
Flame paper.
Okay, but low-key, I'm doing that science party for my 35th birthday in January. You're all invited.
Well, their website was very easy to memorize, so I'll let you know. Also, the guy doing it was very entertaining, and my kid, 20 kids there, my kid laughed at every single thing he did.
Oh,
Nobody else.
That's always
Everyone
good
else
when
was
your
just
kid
like,
gets all the jokes.
yeah. All the
pretty
other
cool.
kids were just like, what's going on? Where's my slime?
I'm gonna have a flat Earth birthday party.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Everybody just looks around. Yep, still no curves.
Yeah.
Done.
But the nice thing about the drop-off was I had all that time to, like, mess around on Twitter and, like, yell at Sanity. And here's the picture
there you
of
go.
those horrible peeps.
Yay!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we
They
go.
look
the
like
candy
they
corn
have the
corn
plague.
The best of both worlds.
Jen, so if you're not invited to Ree's party, you're invited to mine.
Can you just get an extreme close-up of my face over those peeps right now? I'm really,
Extreme
really,
close-up.
really angry.
They are diseased. They are basically peeps with measles, guys.
Yeah, that's what
It
it was.
looks
It's
like diseased
terrible.
peeps.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
it's
they
gross.
are.
Peeps
Because why
pops.
would you do that to
Peep-
peeps ever?
Listen, peeps are gross. Candy corn's gross. Just stick
That's
to
why I
your
wanted
peanut
to-
butter cups like
Yeah.
I do.
Two gross
It's all
things
gross.
together.
Two negatives don't equal a positive always. It's
Yeah,
just,
that was Sam's point.
yeah.
That's exactly what I
You ever
said.
see,
Okay.
like, it's when two ugly people have a kid, you're just like, I don't know if this is gonna be good. I'm messing around.
Oh,
Have
but
those ugly babies. It's all good.
Anyways,
I like ugly babies.
that's a very specific thing to like. Anything else before we got into that?
I mean, we did the trick or treating thing. That was,
What did
know,
you dress up? Did you dress up?
I
did not,
So
so
we actually
I don't
had
wanna put you on the
two.
spot.
We did a trunk or treat at her school, and then trick or treat the main day.
What's a trunk or treat?
Is that out of the trunk of your car?
It's like
So
a kid
yeah,
come
it's
to
a
the back of my
school.
van?
It's a school like a school-wide event. Everyone pulls up to the parking lot, decorates their cars, and they have a bucket of candy in their car, and everyone just
Oh,
goes
that's
car to
cute.
car. So it's like you pretty much know everyone. It's
So-
safe
and
and
it's a good
secure
lesson for the
area.
kids. Go to people's trunks and
Yeah,
get free
trunks
great
are
stuff.
great.
That
So yeah,
teaches the kids. That teaches the kids good things.
fantastic.
Educational. Did you think this through or no?
I mean, we've done it for
God.
years.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
God. Well, did you dress up or no?
For trunk or treat, I had a very shoddy reindeer costume,
Okay.
so I could be.
You're just reusing the stuff you're going to use in a month and a half.
I honestly had no plan, and then we were decorating for Frozen, and then my one daughter was Anna
Okay.
or Elsa. She was Elsa, the blonde one.
Got it.
I thought I was going to
My
be able
other
to miss
daughter
the
was
Frozen
just
train,
a
but Frozen
werewolf.
2's coming out.
You're gonna hit the Frozen train real soon. It doesn't matter when your child is born. You're gonna hit the Frozen and the Moana train. You have no
Moana, I'm
choice.
fine with. Love Moana.
Oh,
Moana's
dude,
fantastic.
my wife got the book fair thing, so you now order the book fair. I don't know when you were a kid. I just got $5 and was allowed to walk around like piles of books at my school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apparently now you pre-order everything.
Yeah, they don't want to
Yeah.
waste their time with
Yeah.
delivery.
So my wife was like, should we get polar babies or Pete the Cat goes to blah, 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 or Frozen 2. And I was like, why is that a question? We're getting Frozen 2, obviously. Like,
Pete the
that's so
Cat's
dumb.
weird, man.
Automatically
Some
give you
weird
money.
stories.
I have issues with
Sounds
Pete the
like-
Cat. Sometimes it's okay.
Wait, what is? I'm gonna read Pete the Cat now because I'll probably love it.
I just
Yeah.
don't like the
Good
art
stuff.
style.
Is it a
It's like
cartoon?
so-
It's a
It's
cartoon,
a
right?
little children's book.
Yeah,
With
they
this
have
like
a.
graph.
I'm looking
I
at
think
that.
they have a YouTube channel. I don't know if it's an actual like
I think it's on
televised
PBS.
cartoon. Oh, that would
'cause
make
I
sense.
skipped that.
I just feel like it's somebody who wrote the children's books while like horribly hungover, be like, okay.
Then this cat's
story.
talking to this whatever
Yeah, that
alligator.
guy's gonna ride a horse today.
You know, Jelly Monkey
why?
brought up a good point about Trunk or Treat, though. Like, she lives in an apartment complex.
Oh, there
That's
you
great
go.
for apartments. I think that is a great idea, as opposed to walking up and down a bunch of stairs and having
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everybody knocking on every door. That's actually pretty good. I like it.
Trunk or treat.
Excellent. Well,
Go
I,
get trunk food.
as everybody's checking everything out in their phone.
I'm looking up Pete,
Pete
the
the Cat?
Cat because I want my reaction to be shared with you. Okay.
Go
it's a
on,
weird
Dan.
art
She
style.
saw Pete the Cat. That's what
That
the
is
snort
a
means.
strange art style, but I think I might fall in love with him. He's like the ugly baby that people have.
It's like
Look. He is. He's an ugly baby.
It's like Wilfred the Cat. I
could
bet you
turn
love
into
Wilfred
ugly
the Cat,
adults.
huh?
I don't know what Wilfred the Cat is.
Oh. Come
Oh,
on. All right,
you know
we're
what?
gonna share that later.
I'm mistaking Pete the Cat with something else.
Look, I was
it's
raised
another
on Rock
Pete.
and Roll High School and Lost Boys, okay? I didn't have children's
Lost Boys is awesome.
stories.
Yeah, Lost Boys is awesome. I'm kind of glad that nobody's decided to remake it.
Yeah,
They did.
except for
What?
the sequel.
They made a sequel.
Yeah, that doesn't count. That
Okay.
doesn't exist. It's not a real thing.
it's-
Never saw
You
that.
gonna bring Kiefer back for that one?
What was he doing at the time? Not much.
I
He was,
hope
same as,
so.
he was doing the same amount as Corey
Think
Haim at the
about what a
moment.
better actor he is now.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it might actually kill.
Oh, what happened to like Corey Haim
Well, they
and then
keep-
Kiefer's
Oh,
other
wait,
one,
we
like,
can't bring it back.
Haim, Feldman, Sutherland is what happened. For those of you who don't know what Lost Boys is, what's your problem?
Yeah.
All right. So, I set up, thanks to Sanity's help, I set up my VR finally after, what is it, 4 or 5
plugged
months?
into the Matrix. The
And
free Rift S he won at
I
E3.
will be streaming. I will be doing more streaming, and I will be streaming VR for my place.
Awesome.
Because my goodness, this stuff is insane.
The technology has moved so fast, and you don't realize it until you actually plug in and play.
Yeah.
That, like you were talking about Robo Recall. Oh my god, how gorgeous is that game?
Robo Recall
Love
is
Robo
insane.
Recall.
Thrill of the Fight is a workout. It's a legitimate workout. So is Beat Saber. If you haven't played Beat Saber,
Ugh, that's
but
my one
but I
true
got
love.
2 things that were surprisingly fun. One was made by the BBC, and it's
Which
BBC
one?
Space,
Oh,
something
okay.
like that.
I was thinking of a different BBC.
So you're an astronaut in space, and you're going through and you're going to fix something, but then suddenly it pulls like a gravity situation where something hits where you're at, and I'm like flying through space without
That's
a
terrifying.
I
it
would
was
barf everywhere.
absolutely scary. I almost vomited, but I'm like, I'm going to be an astronaut. I'm staying with this. I'm staying with this. It was so terrifying. I died. I can't be an astronaut. Thank you, BBC. The other thing that I thought was amazingly cool was Google Earth.
You were telling me, I know that was free, and I always
Has
been like,
VR.
let's see. I don't know. I never downloaded it.
I went from Rio de Janeiro, flying around. I went to space. I moved the sun and the stars, and I landed in front of my house, clear as day.
Does that give you vertigo?
It-
Like
it
that seems like
does.
it would give me such vertigo.
At
Oh my
first, you're just
God.
like, I'm not expecting to be Superman right now,
my
but you
God.
are at the moment, and it's so amazing.
That's freaking
I
cool.
Cannot tell you how much I love this and what's going to happen in the future with me.
I mean, I'm super impressed by Google Earth just on a laptop. Like,
Yeah.
To VR it, that's
Be in
insane.
it. You're looking all around.
Wow.
You're just kind of. It's an amazing thing. Now it takes a little while to build the Earth every time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 3% of the Earth built. I'm like, well, come on, God did it in like 3 days. You got a super drive. So it was one of those things where I just it was the experience I was hoping for ever since I was a child to get into VR. One, it does have some glitches, but by comparison to Nintendo's Virtual Boy and all these other
I'm the
Are
only
we
one who
even-
loved that.
Talking about virtual boy?
we're skipping all that stuff, and I've done VR instances in the past, but it's just not the same. This is definitely we're at where we need to be to do some amazing things. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to all of this.
Have you played Super Hot yet?
I told him that was a
what is-
must-buy.
Not yet.
Oh, that's my favorite VR game. You have to get it.
Hot.
Yeah.
So good.
Basically, yeah, you're right, Jen. So it is like a full immersion IMAX. Basically,
Yeah,
like,
that's
you're in
true.
an IMAX documentary, going over the savannah, going everywhere. I traveled everywhere. It was amazing, and you have this globe and all that stuff, and you're pointing. I am actually really impressed by Google Earth.
And that's free.
And that was free.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Daniel to start coming out of these VR experiences with Google Earth. Like he, let's say he goes to the
Kabul.
Himalayas, and then he comes back and he actually has on a Sherpa poncho and it's icicles in his
Start
goatee
talking
and
about what he
stuff.
did this weekend, and he was like, "So I went to Taipei."
I went to
and
Taipei.
Daniel,
Whoa!
he's the only
was
person
not
this
real.
happens with. It happens with no one else on VR, and we're all really
I will
confused.
say this.
What's going on?
I played VR for 1 hour straight, and it took me about 2 hours to reconnect to my own hands in real life because I was touching my own face, going, "I don't feel anything." So that's a side effect
You
that
get
I
high in
wasn't
the
expecting.
Matrix, bro.
Woo!
I know.
Put me back in. I'm like the bald guy in the Matrix. Is like, you know what? Just give me the steak and just do that stuff. Thank you.
Man.
I'm really excited. So check it out. I'll be announcing stuff on my on Twitter and everything. I'm gonna practice my streaming.
I'm
a
so
little
happy
bit.
for you, man. You got the most powerful headset that Oculus builds.
Awesome. It's awesome. It's
Yeah.
great. So yes. But guys, thank you all so much for joining us on that. Welcome back. It's been a little while. I wanted to get into it, but
Yeah.
let's go immediately straight into block news. I like those sound effects.
Laser transitions are fun.
We can afford the new ones now, but I still don't. I like the old ones. All right, we want to just go straight into it. BlizzCon was all over the place for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
If you take a look at the photo coming up, one is supposedly there was a lot of protesting in regards to Hong Kong, but I don't know if it was true. So I want to go to
That's
Miss Reed.
because I was like, when they take those pictures, you're like, look at these 9
There's
people
like
in this
7
cramped
people
space.
in the
I know.
photo going F this. Like,
Yeah. So I mean, I
You know-
like that they showed up for this. I think it's a good cause. I don't know, it's the right place or
and
whatnot.
it's making headlines nonetheless.
That's true.
But what was
Did
your
you see
experience
these
with
protests?
BlizzCon?
Yeah, so I was really nervous about that. They actually had security for because I'm on what's called an ENG team. So those are basically film crews that are not confined to a stage. For those that aren't in the film industry, they wander around, you know, and everything's kind of self-contained. You carry it with you, basically what news reporters do, but they have a giant truck that goes with them, but it's still the same concept. So they had extra security for us leading in because they were concerned, you know, about the protests, and leading in there were no threats. There was nothing crazy like that. And when I got there, I will be completely honest, I did not see a single protester. And I had to walk to and from my hotel every single day. I was outside, you know, in the morning shooting B-roll with my crew. There was nobody there. There were protesters, but as far as I know, they were outside the property, a ways away, and it was a very small group.
That's what I was wondering.
So it wasn't
Yeah.
super dramatic. There weren't people everywhere. And the other
they weren't
thing,
shutting it down.
yeah, no, not at all. And inside the convention center, it was the vibe was awesome. I thought that the Blizzard community was great, actually. You know, I felt like everybody was very kind, very respectful, really happy to be there. And then
cool.
even within the Blizzard employees, I don't know that I've ever worked with such great people. They were all just really, and that's the hard part because people forget that a corporation isn't all this. They
Isn't just
forget
the
all these
CEO,
other people are
that's-
there.
And you got to remember that Blizzard had walkouts due to that decision as well. There were developers and employees that scheduled walkouts in protest to that decision from the higher ups. So it's I was actually reading into the protest and everything, and apparently the person who organized the protest actually called the local police department and says, "I would like to organize a peaceful protest. Please let me know what's the best way I can do this without
Where can we go?
where can we go and not get in trouble?" And I was like, so he probably said, we're going to cordon you guys off in a certain area where you're visible but not impeding traffic. So they probably did put them off to the side. But I thought that was very good for them as protesters.
Yeah, just showing
protest
up.
responsibly.
I
didn't know if they're going to be throwing full cans of soda at you and be like, line crosser.
And it's not like when you're going to the circus.
Go get your yuans. I know.
I mean, I was a little bit nervous. I was nervous going in, actually.
Oh, you were? Okay.
That's viable.
Yeah, I
That's
was
a viable
nervous
concern.
before I got down there. Of course I was. Because, I mean, I'm a fairly, politically active person, you know, and I care about that sort of stuff. And so, you know, it's hard when you want to be professional and you want to support one side of something and, you know, there's other facets you don't want to support. And, you know, but I was very happy with my choice to work with them. And everybody that I met and worked with directly, I'm stoked to be friends with them and know them better. So,
That's
know,
really
it's
cool.
I'm glad I took part in it
Oh,
personally.
good.
It was
So what was BlizzCon for? What did they announce? Was there anything specific?
BlizzCon is a lot different. For those that haven't been to BlizzCon, it's a lot different than the other cons I go to, like TwitchCon or things
E3,
like that. Yeah, E3, because it's basically just giant LAN party after LAN party after LAN party, like huge gaming stations.
Is it contests or just like big party?
There's tournaments. There's tournaments like obviously like Hearthstone. Like
Yeah.
Lioon won.
She
Lioon.
won, and it was amazing. Like we were all crying. Like I just got goosebumps. Like we're in the office, people are freaking out. It was actually during one of our desk segments for BlizzCon All Access, and like in the background, Malik, our host, is like talking in the background, just screaming and screaming and screaming, and there's confetti in the air.
That's fun.
So that was really beautiful. There was obviously like Overwatch League, like it was amazing. Like it was.
They snagged that damn Bud Light sponsor. Oh, damn it, I know.
So it was amazing to watch everybody competing, and then they had casual gaming, they had demos, and they just had literally thousands of rig setups on tables, which was super cool. And then there were panels and experiences. The Diablo experience was really cool.
I was going to say, the biggest flagship announcements were Diablo 4 and Overwatch 2. And those stole the damn show.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even know that much went on at BlizzCon, which sounds cool, honestly.
Yeah.
That's the way it's organized sounds a lot better than how E3 was organized, in my opinion.
E3's like, here's your plot. Go do whatever you want. Follow our rules.
And even it sounds like it was great for the visitors going by because nobody paid for a ticket. Am I correct? Or do you know how the tickets work?
Is BlizzCon free?
Yeah, I thought it was free for the people. But I may be wrong.
Interesting.
I may be wrong.
The EA event they had as an FU to E3 is free. I know that. But
that's kind of funny. I don't think BlizzCon's free, but I actually don't know that part. No, it's not free because they have to pay for all access as well for our virtual ticket holders. Sorry.
Oh, yes.
You had me like second guessing myself for a second. Like, was it free? I don't think it's free, but I didn't pay, obviously.
Yeah, but I also know from what I can tell, it was a reasonable thing, whatever they were doing in terms of that, and what the people got back from what I can read was a lot. Like
they got really cool
things.
swag bags. I was
cool.
envious of that. I didn't get one.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Come on, you just got to be like, excuse me.
No, I didn't try to get one. I'm being silly. I didn't care to have one. Not because I don't care about that stuff, but because somebody who paid should get it. And they wait in line for hours, to get those swag bags. So anyway, but like my knowledge of BlizzCon is set to like a very specific area of things, that I had to focus on for the week, so to speak. And it was more about like bringing events and interactivity to everyone. The Blizzard Arcade was really cool. They're taking it on the road as their hope eventually that it will go on the road. But it was really, really, really awesome.
The boss guy says BlizzCon is not free.
Yeah, $199 for a ticket. Thank you, Jelly Monkey, and $4.99 for a virtual ticket.
Yeah.
I'm going to take back everything I said about how much you paid. But still,
wait,
if
is
you
a
like
virtual ticket you put on your VR helmet and then walks around
no,
with like a 360
that's what I was a part of. That's what I was producing for, was for the virtual tickets.
So what do you do for that one?
So BlizzCon All Access is basically, we have a desk show. Malik and Michelle host it. They're amazing, and they bring all of the stuff that's happening at BlizzCon directly to the viewers for people that can't actually attend.
Okay.
But then my portion was to do roaming reporter segments. So I took Rachel Seltzer. She's amazing, hilarious girl. We're very similar. We worked really well together. She was my host, and we went around to like key points within the convention and did segments to like help viewers see like what's it all about, like what can they experience if they go to BlizzCon, and like, so one of my favorite things was we had a giant Lego wall, and one of the employees at BlizzCon who actually works in security thought of this, and it was such a cool idea. But there were these little six piece by 6 piece, just little ones, like the one squares that you use in Legos.
Okay.
There were 6 by 6s of those, color coded. And everybody would choose a square out of a thing. They would go to a table, put their pieces on. You could get 1 or 2 squares, and then there's a giant wall. And you put each piece in, and they're numbered on the back, so you know where each one goes. And eventually, it created this giant Overwatch announcement mural. But it was super fun because it was free to do. And that's the other thing. Like, everything's just free to do. Like, people, like, step in line and they build a piece. And that was my favorite part. Like, I built my piece and I was so excited because I guess I got one. Red was a really rare color on the pieces, and I got one with red. So I was like, so they even geared it that way, like, towards gamers. Like, ooh, you pulled a rare. Like, that's really neat. And, like, there was just, and it was cool, too, that, like, Blizzard listened to, like, this guy that works in security and had this great idea and did this wall. And I'm sure it'll be
shout
back.
out to the low-level employee of Blizzard.
Yeah, everybody loved it. Like, everybody thought it was so cool and so fun. And then 5 o'clock on the last day, Sarah Lynn, the executive producer of BlizzCon, came and put in like the final piece and like
And then
completed the mural, and it was just really cool. It was so much fun. So that was kind of my portion, was going around doing those interactive things. Like we had our host like build one. It was really funny because she actually broke the wall when she hammered her piece in 'cause she was being dramatic, and so a bunch of the pieces fell off. And we were all laughing so hard. I was like, keep it. We're keeping it in.
Yeah, why not?
Tear down this
I went to
wall.
our coordinating producer, who was amazing, and I was like, Carol, I'm either going to be fired after this, or you're going to love this segment. I'm not sure which way it's going to go. She started laughing. They loved it. It was
That's
so
awesome.
funny.
That's
Yeah,
fun.
so it was cool because it really is interactive to let people at home see like this is what you can do, and we bring 2 full days of content morning to night to everyone for that $50. So.
Okay.
It's pretty fun. It was cool. I don't know. I really enjoyed it a lot. And got
Or you could pay $750 for exclusive experices,
My
charities,
goodness.
and swag. Yeah.
Like, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
It's pretty
actually.
crazy. Well, it happened. It went down. Did you feel that, like, compared? Is there another convention that you can kind of compare it to at all, or another experience that you compare it?
I mean, it felt very, very, very similar to TwitchCon in a sense that like everybody kind of has communities and people that they've played Overwatch with online. That was one of the coolest things that happened to me. Was I have a friend I've been friends with for 15 years on the internet. And I was out in the crowd like segment producing and hyping the crowd, and all of a sudden I just hear this guy scream, Riri, which is like an old internet moniker of mine. I'm like, somebody's saying Riri? And I'm like, no, I imagine that. And I just heard again, Riri. And I get up and I'm like, oh, holy crap. I like turn around. It's my buddy Rocketansky. And he's like, we just like tackle each other. We've never met in real life in 15 years.
That's insane.
And then
It's
he
crazy.
spots me at BlizzCon. And it was just a really cool moment. And I realized there were so many people there like that were like, oh my God, I've never seen this person. And we watching social media tweets, because my friend is a social media producer, he would keep showing me the really cool ones, and all these ones is like it brought this family together that like never got to see each other because they were able to meet in the middle at BlizzCon. So it's really about community, and I thought
That's
that
cool.
part was amazing. It was so much less about anything other than like cheering each other on, playing games, and just having a good time together. So
Excellent.
it was really great, and
Well,
I was not paid to say that.
I'm
so.
definitely glad it was a success.
Hashtag ad. No.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing your
Yeah.
experience with
Yeah.
us. I think I would like to go. Listen, swag bags, I'm in. Doesn't matter what's in
I
there, I'm in.
thought the fact that they just had so many gaming rigs set up in places to game, and it was actually about physically gaming and not necessarily just trying to sell you stuff, was really cool.
That's
Yeah.
good.
E3, you line up, you wait in line for 2 hours, and you get inside, you're like, what do I play? They're like, no, it's a 5-minute movie. No, get out. You're like, what?
Oh, they had,
Yeah.
no, this was literally all about actually playing games.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's better focus.
Well, then, there you go. So now we know for next year. We'll try to make we'll see what happens.
See what we can do.
Moving on to the next story that we have. There is a class warfare, or class war
Ugh.
happening in Fallout.
Really?
Yes.
The Fallout first download.
Thank you.
Saw this. Yeah.
Oh, right, that. Yes.
Basically, yeah, it's the people who haven't paid for the upgrade are attacking and harassing the people who did pay for the pass and everything. Now, I'm sure that's so. All 6 of them that are still playing Fallout 76 are infighting now.
Yep.
All 6 people total.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
basically.
But I guess there's like certain emotes and dances that you can do, and people are like they
You
saw
get-
some guy do it, and they're like, "Oh, you're a premium guy. Get out of here."
Yeah, you get.
Oh my God.
It's not that bad for like $100 compared to other things. For like $100, you get like a lot of exclusive. You get unlimited storage of your stuff. You get
It
a
was
few
all
things.
broken. They released it all broken though.
Oh,
When
so there you go.
yeah, when they first released it, they're like, you get your own private server, and you get build your own world, and you did it, and people would load in there, and they're like, "This is my private server. Why are all these people dead and the bodies are looted? Like, what is going on?" So they were repurposing worlds rather than actually building a private server.
Wow.
It was just shoving off like whatever
Jerks.
open one they had. They just like cordoned off to people, and then they had a storage box that was supposed to transport with you anywhere, store all your stuff, because inventory management was maddening in that game. It's like I'm walking encumbered, so slow to put my stuff away. You guys play the Fallout, you know how it goes. So people were loading their stuff in there, and then they'd log out, they'd come back in, and their box is gone, and all their stuff is gone. So they'd lose all their stuff. It's like there were
I
so many
like it.
problems.
Oh,
So
this brings up a quick
but you
question.
can make some cool dance moves.
As a reasonable question, there's so many games that are free to play, quote unquote, but if you pay, you get all these few extras in here and there. Do you feel that you can be a good player, one of the best? Can you be one of the best? Can you compete without paying? Or are you kind of forced into this?
It depends on the dev. I mean, there are some freemium games out there that it's like as soon as it's pay to play, so you can pay to get ahead. You can pay to get all the stuff. Now, Fortnite, I understand they're making hand over fist with all this stuff, but the only thing you pay for is cosmetics.
That's what I was going to say. I do applaud Fortnite for that, even though I'm not a Fortnite fan. I think
same.
I think it's cool that the stuff that you pay for is really just a vanity thing, and it doesn't give anybody an edge over.
That will not break a game.
I like that.
But if you have to pay
like
for upgrades or you pay for a chance at weapons, that means I got 10 grand and I'm stupidly willing to throw at one game, like a mobile game, which people actually do.
Yeah.
I'll destroy everybody. It's like it's pay to win.
Let us know in the chat if you guys paid for the chance to be a better player at a game. I guess I used to play Clash of Clans.
Oh yeah,
because
I was in a clan for over a year.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun, but like my friends would be beating me because they're paying for these gems to buy extra things.
Oh, because they're upgrading faster than you.
To advance. Yeah, and I'm like spending like 8 years on level 3, and I'm just like, ugh. I mean,
you got to build up your walls before you advance your town hall, bro.
It takes forever. It takes forever. But like I don't know. And then these people who pay the extra money, and there are some people who just can't. I could have. I just said, no, I'll just stick with the free. That was a choice of mine. But there are some people who can't. And I want them to enjoy the game just as much as everybody else. But it's just, are you a better player? Like they're considered to be better players because they're able to pay for this stuff, and that that to me doesn't send out a great message, and doesn't really prove anything, in my opinion.
That's funny, though. I mean, there's a counter argument to this that I heard from my friend who's a graphic animator, very well paid and all this stuff, knows people in Google and whatnot. And when the early time, before microtransactions were like, overblown thing and everybody knew about it, and it's like one of the most financially advantageous business models, there was this game that was very popular with the Google programmers. And it was like a little space game. You have to go around when you find a gem, okay, it upgrades your ship. There's 10 gems all the way through. First 5 are super cake. Then they start to get a little longer, and then like the 8th one, the 9th one are really hard. The 10th one, you have to grind and grind and grind. Or you could pay $2,000 to get that 10th gem. You could pay $500 to get the 9th gem. You could pay $200 to get... So they had all this scale. But these Google programmers, the average wage for them is like $400,000 a year.
Forget it.
So they're just like, whatever, I want to play this game, and all my friends are playing it. We're all going to... That game made so much money. I forget what it was. He was telling me about it. But it was basically, it was popular within Google. So they all were like, listen, I'm a busy guy. I want to play this game with my friends. I don't have time, but I do have money. So I would still like to participate. So... if I'm not a 15-year-old with, who's skipping his homework and playing 9 hours a day to get all this stuff, I still want to play, so I'll just pay to match them. And I'm like, okay, I see that argument, but it comes down to who's the most rich a-hole in the game. Who's just going to smash at everybody. It's hard. I get that argument too, but it is what it is.
So basically, I'm on your lower class sides, those of you in Fallout, all 5 of you. Get that 6th guy. All right. Moving on next. This is an interesting thing. So NASA has created some glasses that you pick a focal point, and should you move, your glasses turn dark and you can't see outside of that focal point. I kind of need these. It sounds great in theory because there's a lot of us out there going, oh man, I don't pay attention at all. This would force me to pay attention. That's a great idea.
That's where my head
don't think it's going to end up being used that way. I see this as Amazon workers being forced to only focus on one screen. I see this as your cubicle workers being forced to wear these for your job to only focus on the one thing that you're trying to do. Well, I see this as a really bad idea.
What I heard of the demo is like you can look around, like, oh, you look here, you go in your drawer, but as soon as you're off task for like 120 seconds, the glasses go black and you've got this only tunnel is get back to task. So it just keeps reminding you, it's like after a while you do your thing.
Yeah.
I'm so ADHD, guys.
I was gonna say my serious ADHD would be like horrible in this scenario.
I say embrace this. I mean, we got to give him to Sam because Sam always just loses his track.
Whoa.
But other than that,
what's happening?
We're talking about you. Other than that, we really, it's just. Embrace your ADHD. Embrace your ADD. I mean, there are people who really do have a significant problem. I know a few. I worked with a few. My brother is one of them. Yeah. So I mean, I can't. Only because I know people who really have it. I can't raise my hand. I'm like, I just go off on tangents sometimes. Embrace it. That creates imagination. That lets you fly and go for it. But these glasses scare the crap out of me a lot more than
actually.
On the flip side of this, I just saw come across my Twitter feed, like I think today or yesterday, but like Microsoft Japan just started doing a 4-day work week and got a 40% productivity increase.
Yes.
I saw that on the way in, and I was like, I'm going to bring that up, so I'm glad you brought that up. I've talked about a 4-day work week all the time, and it's like, no, instead they're like, no, we want you to work to death. And it's like, you want your 11-hour days, and it's like, and half that time your brain's fried, it's hard to focus, especially if you're ADHD. It's just like you're dying inside while you're trying to focus on this one whole report project and everything.
I've started to push back on set a lot, actually, now that I have a little bit more like pull when I'm at work.
Good for you.
Like, if my work is done, I'm like, hey, I appreciate you. You can reach me if you really need me. If it's an emergency, I'm leaving set now. Like, even when I'm producing, like, I'm like, hey, like, my crew really doesn't need to be here for 4 hours doing nothing. And there's a lot of people it doesn't work. Like, the people that are higher than me will still be like, no, we're paying them for this many hours. We want them on site this many hours. But, like, I just don't really see the point if they're just sitting there not doing anything. Like, that's like, let them go home and rest up, because then they're going to come back tomorrow and be ready to kick ass again, and their work is going to be better quality.
So there's that versus the siesta. Which is the 2-hour lunch or whatever?
No, I'd rather go home.
Because they get to go, have a big meal, drink a couple glasses of wine, take a nap, wake up, and then go.
Yeah, that won't work in LA. It takes you 2 hours just to get home.
Exactly.
When I lived in New Zealand, actually, I worked for the government there at like the national level for the Department of Corrections.
We just need you to talk about your life.
It's a whole side thing.
Seriously, every single time you're just like, by the way, I used to be princess of Botswana.
I was in Cambodia, and this temple wall crumbled, and behind it,
found the golden amulet. Out of nowhere.
A new crystal skull.
This is not my first set of friends to like riff on me like this. This is funny to me. This happens all the time. But anyways, during my lunch hour one day, like, we had a gym in our ground floor that I was a member at, and my boss was like, why don't you just take like a 2-hour lunch and go have lunch and then also go down, have a workout, and then come back? And like, it wasn't a big deal. And it was so much better for me mentally to run downstairs, have a really good workout, sweat it out, get in the sauna, have a great lunch, come back up, and then ready to work. You know, and I worked a little bit later in the evening, but it wasn't bad. I was home by dinner time, and, you know, wasn't so exhausted at the end of the day that I'd be like, I'm too tired to go to the gym or whatever. So it was great for my physical health and my mental health.
Jelly Monkey talk about 410s working for her. I believe in certain areas, and yes, we're going to ask about what Jelly Monkey just talked about right now in a moment. But they are doing 4/8s, so it's 32 hours is the work week in many places, and it works. We don't need to work 5-6 days a week, guys. We don't need to work hourly. We just give us money.
I know.
I worked 45 hours one week in New Zealand, and they were like, we're concerned about your work-life balance. We want you to keep it to like 35 hours full time. And I was like, okay.
I'm in. Nice. So you were on an archaeological dig in South America.
In Belize, so not quite South America, but that's okay.
Okay.
And yes, I excavated a Mayan archaeological site in this place called the Milpa North in Orange Walk, Belize, in the middle of nowhere. I lived there during a summer in a tent in the rainforest, and I found a structure, and that was really cool. And
you're my Tomb Raideriest friend.
I have pictures of it. It was very Tomb Raidery. I got parasites in my feet from swimming in a lake in a cave.
That wasn't on Dora the Explorer at all.
I went into actual like sacrificial caves that still have human remains in them.
Can you say parasites? Do you see them?
Yeah, I got them in my feet. And the best part was I came back from there to Oklahoma and had to go to the doctor. And the doctor in Oklahoma was like, yeah, we don't deal with those here. Like, like what is that? So
they don't have these in the quarry?
No, yeah. So I excavated a Mayan archaeological site and spent a lot of time in some sacrificial caves. And it was got to see human remains that have been there for hundreds of years, maybe almost 1,000. Like, it was crazy. It was really crazy. So yes, that's another thing I've done in my wild and wacky life.
Basically, I've learned two things from this conversation. One, I got to move to Denmark, 37-hour work weeks, 4-day work weeks, amazing. Yeah. And two, I got to read the Book of Life according to Ree. It's an amazing read,
Everybody wants me to write a book, and I started one, and I just keep petering out on it.
Because you're ADHD.
Because you're ADHD. We'll get you those glasses. We'll get going. We'll get this thing working. Excellent, everybody. Moving on to, we'll do one more quick story. It's the last one, in fact. We can now 3D print some skin. And I want to warn you, if you didn't see the picture already, it's already up there, isn't it, Sam? It's gross.
I want to see this. I'm Googling it right now. As a skater with road rash a lot, I need this.
Yeah.
Like, I literally need 3D printed
Which
skin.
I didn't actually read into this article a little bit, but I remember the biggest problem with even hair restoration treatments is that you can't clone human cells. That is against a multi-country
Ethics
agreement.
law?
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
ethical thing.
It
You
is.
can't- okay, so
you can't clone any human cells.
Well, what if this isn't a cloning? Is it a cloning?
That's
Are
what I was
they
wondering. I didn't read
printing
enough
clonings?
into it to know if it's like some synthetic that our body will
Yeah, they didn't.
adapt to.
They didn't explain that. They just said that they changed other cells that were in existence. I
No,
think.
they're probably using stem cells and differentiating them into somatic.
Yeah.
Now
like
you can
somatic
put stem cells
cells.
into a petri dish and fill it with cultures and enzymes to make it grow.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
using the actual technology of cloning is like a big no-no.
Well, but
Which-
so you wouldn't have to clone. You could take stem cells and you introduce a skin cell into that, and then basically it programs them, and it
Kind of like lab-grown meat.
it kind
Somebody said 3D printed skin and candy corn Peeps milkshake. That would suck to lose Mario Party. that's too heavy of a consequence.
Oh, I hate
Thank you, the boss guy.
Oh, Lord.
But it's great. It's great. Continue 3D printing everything. 3D print me some sushi. I will.
Yeah, I'll do the lab-grown
Oh, have
meat.
you seen that?
I have
That's
seen
awesome.
a little bit.
But I'm down for the lab.
Hilarious.
I saw the 3D printed burger. And I'm like, I bet that tastes like nastiness. But again, would smash.
Well, they actually printed vascularized artificial skin.
Yes.
That's
So
crazy.
this one also has veins
Oh, yeah,
and blood
yeah.
cells that can run through
Yeah,
it as well.
vascularization is a whole other complex thing. That's really cool.
I am proud of our science efforts. I'm proud of what we're doing. This is one of the reasons why I like talking about it here on the podcast. Keep it up. Let's not go backwards, please. Don't go backwards.
We're going to go backwards. We're going to do something about this. Isn't that what the original Resident Evil was about? That like the T virus was supposed to be a way for people to stay young forever, to regrow, regenerate skin cells, and then it became a virus instead and turned you into a zombie instead of regenerating and making you look young forever.
Well, this makes me look at
Umbrella
that story
Corporation.
differently. That sucks. Big time.
We're all screwed.
Well, then.
This is such a big deal, though, too, even just for other, like, aside from the
victims,
ability
man.
to, well, yeah, burn
yeah.
victims. And the other thing is like, so my dad had a pretty serious skin graft when I was a kid. And the time to heal from the skin, like, the skin graft is often so much more painful, like healing the donor
man.
site and keeping the donor site healthy. So, like, this is a
So
huge...
people had to donate skin?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean you just took it off your
from
own?
yourself, like
Right.
yes,
Yeah.
like my dad's, they had to put it on the inside of his leg, so they took it off the outside of his leg, and it created a wound almost just as big and really difficult to heal.
One of my best friends growing up broke his arm, and at the same time that he broke his arm, somebody else came into the ER with a burn, with a really really bad burn, and what ended up happening was my buddy at the age of 7 had to be told, "We're going to circumcise you to help somebody else,"
Oh my god.
and they circumcised and put the foreskin right on the forearm, and
Foreskin to forearm.
and what I'm trying to say is this: 3D printing skin is great. It's much better than what the alternatives have been in the past from what I've seen. So there you go.
So if they
Read
put
this
it on
one
your face,
from-
are you in your face?
yeah, basically how it works. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us for the news. But we're here on Mobcrush. We're live streaming. We do what live streamers do, and that's play some games. So let's go to Coinboys Play.
Oh, it's coordinated
All
too.
right,
We're getting
nice.
better at
Yeah,
this.
we're getting
Damn.
really good off of the foreskin
Awesome.
into the game. Let's do
Awesome.
this.
From foreskin to Mario Party. Let's.
This is turning into my stream now. All
That's
this
true.
foreskin talk. I mean,
Rated E for everyone.
I gotta watch your stream a little
I
bit more
see
often.
you, Boz. I see you there.
All right, guys. So what are we playing this month, sir?
So yeah, we're gonna change it up now, and now because I don't want to keep throwing new games at these two, and me just like destroying them and make them eat like peat pox because we're gonna get those. So we are going to start playing Game of the Month. Game of the Month is Mario Party. We played this once before. We had some fun, and now we're just gonna jump in again. Shy Guy. That's right. Let's do that. We're just gonna have some fun. We're gonna do some. We're gonna play a little bit longer and do the competitive ones.
Okay.
I don't know why I put so much competitive.
You really want to emphasize the
Can I
wrong
only
syllable.
choose between these two, or is my Joy-Con not working?
You can choose between either one.
Oh no, you gotta hold it sideways.
You gotta hold sideways.
Wow. Okay.
Welcome. Welcome.
Listen, I don't
Real
own a traditional Switch.
We're gonna have you take a nap after this. It's gonna be nice.
I can't.
You gonna be Monty Mole?
You're gonna go home, have some supper.
So the X is actually your
I'm
A button.
streaming and then I leave
Let's see.
to X is A. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm streaming and then I leave for Orlando tomorrow morning.
Orlando. I lived there for 11 years. Say hi to Florida Man for me.
I will if I have time. I'm doing the Disney holiday special.
Who you picking?
So choose anyone at all.
Oh, you guys want me to choose something?
Yeah, that'd be
What's
nice.
happening?
That would be
maybe,
good.
Maybe.
Sometimes. Oh, nice.
Hey,
Let's do this.
boo.
So what are we playing? What's this first game?
All right, let's see. We're going to do the
Was it
co-op
all
one. We're going to
randomized?
go down the river again, and we're going to
Okay.
do the co-op of trying to swim together.
Okay.
And doing the same mission. Normal. Let's do... Again, we're learning again. We're going to go normal. I haven't played this in a little while.
I was like,
Oh, yeah. Remember, you got to do that. Ready, go. Ready, go. And we got it!
We did it!
Time. That's what happens when
I
we work
even
together.
did it, you guys. That's a miracle.
I know. It's a
where are we
Remus
going
miracle. Okay, we're gonna go to the water rapids.
Okay, so I'm using this to. Got it. Here we go.
Yes.
I don't remember the controls for this one.
So you control. You're just rowing.
Yeah.
You control the
Am I
right side.
holding
We're on
it
the
the
left.
right
You're-
way?
You can. Yeah, you hold it like this for
Am
this
I
one.
doing it right?
Okay.
And
I don't
then-
know. I'm just looking at everybody because I never hold it right. I'm terrible at this.
I feel like maybe I'm doing it wrong as well. I don't know.
Do I hold any buttons?
Nope.
No, we're just rowing.
With this one, it's just gonna be the
Oh,
rowing.
that's right. Okay. I remember that. I mean, I remember the rowing one, but I just can't remember if there were
It's gonna
buttons.
ask me if we want a tutorial, and I'm gonna say no.
One of these things is not like the other in our raft.
Nope.
We've got a Shy Guy mask, we've got a ghost, a dinosaur, and a
Oh,
princess.
damn it! I said
sounds
no.
like a good
He's
joke.
gonna tell us the rules. Ah, all right.
Let's go.
Go.
Let's do this. Yeah!
All right, good enough.
Yeah.
Yay! First time. Woo! Just like that. All right. Getting close
I
to
hope you
start
guys are
line.
fans of tutorials. This is what's gonna happen.
On Mobcrush tutorials.
Okay, let's go.
So if I'm on the left and I do it, I push to the right. You're on the right, you do it, you push left. So
Copy
we're
that.
gonna have to go.
Gentle
we're gonna go the
beginnings.
left. We're gonna go to the leftish. All right, cool. So wait. Okay, so back off a little bit. But
Row,
it's gonna
row, row,
fork
row,
up
row.
here. Re-row,
Row some more.
re-row. Oh, get
Hit
the
that-
balloon.
hit that balloon.
Okay. Wait.
Ah!
Yep. Come on. Come on. And here.
Yeah! That
Now
was
this is,
kinda
we
loud.
enter a
Sorry,
mini
ears.
game.
It must be the way. Carry the fireworks. Oh. Take this.
Oh, we have to
Gosh.
control, we have to hold it like this.
Wait, so am I supposed to go? It says practice time.
Well, I think. But I'm just seeing what we do, and then we'll go forward. Ah!
Yeah, you have to
So-
walk on those.
guys.
Carry the
those
fireworks to the
things.
cannon. Falling will cost you time. So then I go here, and then I pass it off to Yoshi, and then Yoshi got to go and pass.
Oh, I'm so stressed. Fall damage is my kryptonite.
All right, hit R and L. Let's go ahead and start.
Let's do it.
We're on. We had a lot of catch up because we had 2
We
weeks of catch
did.
up. So
Are R and L these things?
that's right and left bumps.
Yeah, cool.
Up top.
Why am I?
You're
Whoa, am I getting
drifting.
drift on here?
Yeah,
I hope not.
I think you're getting
This
some
one
drift.
didn't have drift before.
Gotta
Oh,
love the
no.
Joy-Cons and the drift.
Wait, so is it actually going to come to me? Is that what happens?
I'm taking it to you right now.
No, I'm not.
Nope,
the
that's not
princess.
you. Never mind. I thought you were next.
Who's the princess?
Rosalina-
Oh, that's
Rosalina.
computer.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh, look, the computer's just nailing it right there.
She floats. She wizard.
oh God.
Yeah, there you
All
go.
right, go
It's
ahead,
all up
Ghosty.
to you. Great so far.
Hey,
Keep going.
You can't die as a ghost though.
I-
We just lost our S and now we're on an A rank.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
we had
It's
an
all
S
not
class.
Reese's fault. Oh, now it
Oh
is.
my god.
Guys, I'm getting drift.
This is-
okay.
Sure.
The gray ones don't have drift. It's
It
the yellow
does have
one.
drift. So much
Uh-huh.
drift right now.
That's a great thing about the Switch. We could always blame it on the drift.
It was
Sure.
the drift. Okay.
And get ready to celebrate. A rank. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hooray!
I
We're
like
not
it.
terrible. We got bonus time. Okay, cool.
All I know about the Class A ranks, the Class S ranks, the Class B ranks, thanks to One Punch Man.
Yes, there you go. At the different ratings
You are
of
Class
hero.
Class S.
I need to watch
hero.
One Punch Man. So
Oh,
I
it's
know.
It's
so
so
good.
good. It's the best bald superhero ever.
It's just very comedic and irreverent.
Best bald superhero ever.
Correct.
All right.
I like bald villains.
Powder?
Powder was
Oh,
not
that
a
was
superhero.
the worst.
No, I'm holding it backwards
Come
according
on.
to this.
All right, home on the ring. Knock over the pokies. So we're just gonna throw the boomerang. It's gonna be one-handed.
I'm holding it backwards.
Okay. Well, I'm
No,
no.
that's right.
I
It's
think you're doing fine.
Look at the picture at the top.
That's true.
no, that's the same. You have the same as me. Don't worry.
It doesn't matter either way.
Don't
I
listen to
guess.
that picture right now because that picture's dumb. All right, hit SLSR. the right bumps and such. We're just going to knock down as much of these pokers
Got
as you
it.
can. As soon as you get the head, then it takes them all down.
Okay.
All right, hit LNR.
Yay.
Hit
Here we
LNR
go.
on your thing. There you go. Perf.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
Get ready.
Oh,
What?
I thought I did something. I was like, this is moving on its own.
Genso says, we can watch on Discord,
One Punch Man.
I assume.
Oh, cool.
Great.
Yeah,
I own all
and
the first season.
when I actually have time to watch a movie ever again, I will.
It's not a movie, it's a series. So you can
A
break it up
series.
into little chunks.
When I have time to watch anything ever again,
Hey,
I
guess
will.
what? Download it off of Netflix and watch it on the plane to
You could.
Oh yeah, that I could do.
Netflix is how I saw it the first time, but I went and bought the because I wanted to. Oh man,
do it. We got S. Yay!
I only
did?
got 14.
I got like 16.
That's why we're gonna get better at this game over the month.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're getting better at high-fiving too.
We really are.
I'm
that
very
was
proud of us,
good.
guys.
Makes me happy. One Punch Man is great.
My goal is to do a bunch of VR, get fit, and be Saitama for Halloween. That is my goal.
It's funny because somebody posts a picture of him and it has a picture of like boobs drawn on there and says "Oppai" underneath. And
We
yeah,
got
it's
it.
nice. And then someone's like, "Why does this shirt have boobs on it?" I'm like, "Because "Oppai" means boobs in Japanese."
Oh, we have to do this thing, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, this is the
All right,
cranky
just
one.
hit L and R so we can move it on.
do it.
We're doing
Do
very
it.
good time here. I think we're gonna make it to the end.
I think we will.
Wow.
I mean, 'cause we started late, so we're doing pretty well.
Yeah, we're doing
A
pretty
couple
good.
minutes late. Yeah, we do okay. All right, so it'll be me first.
I was on a podcast last week, and
Well, why are you
went-
cheating on us?
We went 3 hours. Well, it was on Sunday,
Oh.
and I was a guest on it. And no,
Oh,
it's
that-
fine.
Are you not the ghost?
I mean, I am, but like we're still getting a lot of balloons.
There's a lot more if you slide sideways through them instead of just go straight up through them.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh my god.
I had a moment, you guys. I swear I'm sober.
that was my bad.
Are you?
I'm so exhausted. I'm
Hit
so...
it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it.
I was trying to not do it too hard. Damn it. I'm bad at this one.
We have a C so far, and I think we have 2 more balloons.
I can't wait to play. At some point, this is gonna happen.
We have 2 more balloons. Okay, hang on. I got it this time. I think I also just wasn't
there we
doing
go.
it hard enough.
Quite possibly,
Giggity.
yeah. Hit it hard, hit it hard, hit it hard, hit it hard, hit it hard.
I'm
you go.
going,
There
I'm
you go.
going, I'm
There you go.
going,
Hit
I'm
it hard.
going.
Hit it hard.
See, I still did it.
I
her.
actually don't have to do anything because there we go. Once again.
Oh, now you're pulling a re.
Yeah, but with strategy.
I had a strategy.
The
It
re
just
strategy
wasn't a
is
good
like
one.
selected at times.
Listen, there was a strategy. It was just
All
full
right,
advice.
we're done.
Class
first
B
B.
hero.
Go.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh, I barely got
And
it in
because
there.
my wife is Asian, I've learned that in the Asian household, B means bad. When you get a grade B, it is unacceptable.
Yeah, it really is. I talked to my student the other day, and they're like, I
Okay,
got
push, read, push.
I got a
push.
90%.
Yeah, good job.
I did it. See?
That's so crazy.
What'd you say?
I got
Oh,
a-
the memory game.
Okay,
Oh, this one I'm actually usually
So we have to
good
call
at.
out which ones we're gonna do.
okay.
Okay, so
Copy
if
that.
there's a spade there, we gotta find the spade.
Everybody remember 2 of them because we don't know where the computer's gonna go.
True. All right, hit L and R.
Here we go.
No, hit L and R first. There we go. There we go. Oh, you're gonna hold like 2-handed now.
What are we looking for
Control.
right now?
My strategy was
He's gonna hold
being a
up a card.
badass, Jelly, which is why it didn't work out.
Right.
Diamonds.
Oh, I'm gonna go very bottom left.
I'll get the left middle.
I'll get the top right.
Okay. I'll try to keep an eye on. Oh, that was
Nothing.
easy. Okay.
Right here.
How do I select
That
it?
one.
Press
right
A.
there. Yep. Perfect.
We did it, guys.
Yay!
We gonna make
job.
it, y'all.
That one was easy.
They didn't really
But
do much of
wait.
a switch.
Hey, wait till we play this on hard in a couple weeks. It's gonna get crazy. I'll take far left.
I'll take bottom.
I'll take top middle.
Cool.
Okay, nothing really got switched.
Oh, this is normal. Is not normal.
Oh
Normal
my
is
God.
Okay,
kinda
I'll take this one.
too simplistic.
Get out of my way, Yosh.
Boom! That's why you gotta
That
remember
was-
too. We don't
wow,
know where the
y'all
computer's
were
going.
in sync there. I am gonna make it after all.
She's gonna make
Bottom
it
left.
after
Top left.
right, all the way. Nothing moved.
Wow, this one.
Oh!
I got mine though. I see
I'm on the
it.
far left now.
Yep.
Over here.
I'm right here.
Get out of here, stupid computer.
No, computer, she messed it up.
Yay! Yeah, we did it.
Oh,
I'm
thank
proud of us.
God.
Okay. We got this, you guys. We're doing really well this time.
Okay, so just not
I'm gonna
square the triangle.
top middle.
Bottom, middle.
Left, all the way.
Okay, mine moved.
Mine definitely.
Ooh,
Right.
mine moved right in front of me.
I
Mine's
know
all
where
the way
2
to the
are.
right.
Yep. There's one there. All right. Boom! We nailed it, y'all.
Yeah!
Oh man, we should have gone hard already.
Are we
This
perfect?
this
Yes.
normal's. Yeah.
That was way easy.
Yeah. We'll ramp it up next time. That was good enough.
We'll keep the class S going.
Look, it makes up for my B that I got us, okay?
Yeah. And we're 100% a high five.
I can't believe it because I like hesitated on that one.
It
Actually.
has a little window.
You
A
got
little window.
You got a little.
All right. Let's see. So we're gonna angle to the left of this one.
Okay. Just want to make sure we don't hit the sides.
Here, let's both paddle. So we go
All of us
faster.
paddle. All of us.
Yeah.
Everybody paddle.
Okay,
all
we'll
hands
stop.
on
Yeah,
deck.
there we go.
Oh, paddle, paddle, paddle. Yeah. This reminds me of the Pirates of the Caribbean entrance.
Yeah.
Davy Jones' locker.
I did it and it didn't work. Why is it
Oh, there we go.
working?
Okay, it waited for you there.
Yeah, we were
Thank
going down a
goodness.
waterfall. If you high five down a
waterfall
waterfall, you're just douching it.
Okay.
Whoa, we can get that speed.
Left side
Got
paddle.
us,
Left
got
side
us.
paddle.
Right side a little.
I gotta make
Right
sure I
side a little.
go paddle directly over my
Dun, dun,
groin.
dun. Come on.
Yes,
job.
We almost
barely.
missed it. Now
Oh
I
my
let go of
gosh.
this thing.
Oh,
Ooh,
yes.
I like this one.
So as this one, we have to either step on the things to open up the passageways, but we have to fill all of the gems in there.
Got
all right,
it.
LR, ready up, y'all?
Here we go.
Genso says,
Left.
"Aw, his blood type is B negative, so his parents were disappointed." Genso's Filipino.
Oh, that's, yeah. My
Born
wife's
in
Filipino
disappointment.
Chinese.
Oh,
We're terribly sorry. There we go.
Crap.
I'm going to hit one of these things here.
Wait.
There we go.
I'm gonna
Thank
get
you.
This one.
Go ahead and get that one, Ree. Go ahead.
Princess.
Got
And
it.
then I have...
Going in, going in.
What are you doing, Princess? Get over here.
I'm going over here.
Oh, Princess is holding for that one.
I got
Cool.
this one.
Princess is waiting. And we're
Okay.
good. We just need to get the one.
Ree's
at
got the
bottom.
other one.
Over
Ree's on it.
here. Got it. Okay.
Oh, we missed our S.
We missed our
We're
S.
still A.
We weren't fast enough.
Dun. I guess not. That sucks.
I can't go any faster.
There was a perfect...
I don't
There's
even
a
have
perfect
legs.
cat that we didn't even know about. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't
okay,
even
good.
We did it.
I don't even have legs.
Oh, man.
I'm floating as fast as I can. Walls shouldn't be an issue for you.
That last drop stressed me out. Yeah, me too, actually.
Oh,
Wow. Come on, left side. Get
Speed
it
to the
together.
We sped into the wall. There's nothing we can do. I'm giving the.
Let's go right. And
Yeah,
you guys
let's do that. It's a
paddle.
little more of a wide berth.
Okay, right. A wide berth.
Perfect.
You've got Mario Party hips.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to
So
ask.
wide
I
berth.
was literally about to say, is this like wide set?
Corral
hip?
the penguins to get them into the pen. So we just have to run around, and yeah, they run away from us. Okay, ready up.
Okay,
We'll do
copy
it.
Oh,
that.
and it's icy, so you slide.
Yeah.
I thought I was getting drift.
But see. Now you can't blame it on the drift.
Float faster.
Faster, damn you.
Ah! I'm scaring the penguin.
Here, we should all like. There we go. Everybody,
There we go.
corral them. Go ahead.
Oh, we go.
No.
Hang on.
There you go. Come on. Good.
I'm gonna be right here. I'm gonna post up right here and scare them, and you guys get them this way, so then they can't run
Here, go
back.
up a little bit. There you go. Yeah.
There we go.
Coming around, coming around,
This
coming
is
around,
great.
coming around,
Okay,
coming
I'm
around.
gonna go to the other side now.
Get
and
them
do
over
the
here.
same
Get them over
thing.
here. Block them in.
Knock them this way, and then I'll spook them in.
Ooh,
Yeah!
ooh, that was
Oh
a
crap!
good
One got away. Come on.
Rat
I'm here to
bastard.
keep
I'm right
them from
here.
running away.
Get in there. Get in there.
There
Get
you
in there.
go.
Get
Go,
in
go,
there.
Okay.
We got one left. Come on.
Little
We
jerk.
got a
Come on.
runner.
We can do
We
this.
got a
We can do
runner.
this. We can do this. We can do this. We're there.
It's bath
Come on,
time, child.
Come on.
Get in the
Come on.
chair.
Yes.
Yes.
We got
We got
this.
the S.
We got this.
All
Good
of
job.
those penguins ran like my daughter when I was trying to change her diaper. Get back over here.
And
No. We did it.
Oh, we got the high five. We got an S rank. I'm so happy.
drift on ice. Right. Jens, I don't believe you. It's almost like he's paid attention to your streams before.
Right.
What is this? Like, oh.
He doesn't know me, okay?
Get in the
Get in the
photo.
photo. All right.
Wait, am I in the photo?
I don't
I
know.
think so.
How do you know if you're in the photo?
I don't know if we can get out of the photo.
Oh, somebody said get in the photo.
Well,
so I was
the
like,
turtle said get in the photo.
Oh, I thought I was supposed to do
it
something.
said that on the
to
screen.
get
I was
in
like,
the
I don't
photo.
know them.
Guys, I'm new to these
You're gonna
games.
take a nap real soon.
I'm new
I-
to these games.
Oh, the fireplace race. Oh, so we got to light all these things. Okay, ready up.
We have to light all the candles.
Light all the candles. That's all we do. But don't get hit by the bats.
Okay. What are we using to steer the just?
Oh, the two-handed on the thumbstick and whatnot.
One behind me. One here. Give me some. Here we go.
What the duck?
I told you, don't get
Bats.
touched by the bats.
I gotta learn your curse words.
How do you not get touched by bats?
Ah!
Ah!
Where did the bat touch you?
Boom!
We
And
did
that was the
it.
A rank? That was so fast.
That was weird. I didn't.
Well, we got. I think because we got two.
You ready?
Two of us.
Yeah!
Two of us got like taken by bats.
That's true. Maybe that was it. Maybe we
So,
lost
I
time
love
on
this.
that one. We thought the bat needed a hug, it seems.
Oh.
Alright, so we're going to veer left again on this this choice here. So, paddle a
Where
little bit
are
for me,
we on
Ree.
this map?
We're filling the yellow. Ree, paddle a little bit for me. Paddle a little bit for me. There we go.
Really?
Mhm.
Wow, we're really far deep. We're pretty deep.
We're on the second tier. There's three more
My
tiers.
That's why I was
Goodness.
like, wait.
Yeah!
I don't know if we'll be able to hit all of the tiers.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't know if we
We'll do
will.
one more mini game and we'll get it going right there.
Yeah, and we'll. I would love to leave it in
One.
suspend mode, but
Third
I've got
tier.
Switch to play throughout the week. So.
Wee, this is fun.
Woo. These are weird rapids. You're just going over rocks? Is that what you
Yeah,
do?
that's not usually
Let's
how it
skip
works when you go
rocks,
over a
I
rock
guess.
on rapids.
No.
Would you like to tell us when you went rapiding in the Amazon right now?
I
Is this what's gonna
rafted the
happen?
Tully River in Australia. Well, I mean, I raft a lot. Rafting's one of my hobbies, actually. Thank you. I know
Rafting,
you're shocked.
skateboarding, being a
Yes,
If
Everybody
it-
knows
doctor.
there's a
roller
lot of
skating.
active stuff
Are
I
you
do.
the Incredible Hulk and we just don't
Come on,
know
come on.
this?
I just like a lot of active things.
Oh!
Why am I?
It's okay. You had drift, I'm sure.
Shush. I was paddling
There we
hard
go.
that time.
That's us. Left. It's a moving balloon.
Yeah. I'm trying to left side. There we go. Oh,
Too far.
crap.
Go, go, go.
I am.
We got it.
Gotcha. All right, the final balloon. Sport of fun.
I do a
Oh,
lot
you
of,
have to. So you have to push right when they're pushing left, and then you have to push left, and then the other person is push right. So
Got it.
re-push
So we
right
have
on
to
your
take it.
D stick real quick. Right.
Like
Other
go in
way.
the direction of the.
There you go. Now look at me. No.
I did. I
No.
did it.
Now
I
look
went,
back at me.
There's drift.
And
When
I
you
get
turn.
it, and then it
And
goes
down.
here.
No, I legit
Okay, got
went right and it went.
So we got to pass
Left
it back
and
and forth
right.
until we
Yes,
get to
ready
the-
up.
Here we go.
Okay, I hope you guys all hear that banging. It's so lovely. right
It's a
here.
lot of construction
There's
happening.
You're not far off, Renee. I basically try to try a lot of different hobbies and master them and then move on to another one. So yes, I've done many things. But rafting is a pretty regular thing that I do, especially
Yeah.
when
Push down.
I'm
Oh,
traveling. Dang it, come on, give it to me.
Down. There you go. Spiky.
We're class C,
Boom.
guys.
Here we go.
This is really embarrassing.
It's okay. We're gonna get
It's
there.
all my fault.
We're gonna
We
make it,
already
fam.
know.
Give it to me. There we go.
Damn it, Daniel, stop reaching.
I'm right
but
there.
They're not reaching.
I know, I couldn't
Down.
get mine to reach
Yeah.
earlier.
Wow.
A B? B is for bad.
B is for
Genso,
bad.
we feel you, bro. We do. Okay, we have time for one more. Let's do one more.
Yeah.
We
We're
did
barely
it.
getting these high fives in, guys.
I know.
At least we've got some teamwork going on.
It's true. One of these days, just wait for Overcooked because it's gonna happen. Me and Ree are gonna fight really bad from Overcooked. I'm sure.
I went right. It didn't go.
You tried. I saw.
It's okay. We don't need the time. We got plenty of time.
Yeah, I was really
Woo!
paddling though.
Come on.
Not this time.
To the
so we
right,
didn't
to
get
the right.
blue.
Oh!
Ah, we were so close. Left or right?
Let's go left again. Yeah, it shows the ones that I've ever done before because the ones are
Everybody-
grayed out that have never been done. So by the end of the month, maybe we'll be able to finish the last 3 areas.
Oh yeah.
Let's go. All paddle.
Yeah,
All
every
paddle.
paddle. Let's go
All
faster.
back. You ready? Yeah.
this.
We go.
I didn't even really do it, but it gave it to me. So.
Yeah, it's because we were all
I'll
Because
take
we're all
it.
paddling.
breakneck pace.
Breakneck pace. I like that. Well, I don't like having a broken neck, but I like going fast.
I know.
Hit it, hit it, hit it.
Here we go. Let's get that jump. Ooh, extreme rafting.
All right.
Hit the jump.
Have you gone skydiving, Ree?
That's the one thing I will not do, actually.
Really? I will not bungee jump, but
I
I've
won't-
jumped out of a plane twice.
I won't bungee or skydive. The only reason I won't skydive is because I've had so many leg surgeries, and leg injuries are pretty common. Like, as far as skydiving injuries go, if they're going to happen, it's your leg. And I don't want to blow out a leg.
It makes
again.
sense.
Yeah. Like, lots of broken legs, lots of jacked up knees, and I've already had that, so...
Yeah, but that happens with like people that are doing solo jumps. When you're doing tandem, they lower you so easy. Ree, go over there.
There we go. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit too, like, that is one... I do plenty of adventurous things, you know? So, like, that's one that just... I've never felt like...
All right, let's get this balloon, y'all.
If we miss it, we fail.
We're over, yes.
If I make it to 80 years old, I'll skydive.
Oh, failed, guys. All right.
We didn't fail.
We're calling
We're
it. We're calling it.
We have a lot of practice to do. This is Mario Party mode.
We're gonna be doing it. We're gonna be doing this. We're gonna get better. I promise, everybody. But thank you all so much for joining us. Are we gonna be here next week, Sam? It is Veterans Day.
I will get back to you.
Stay tuned.
You do
tuned.
talking, and I'll look. Really
We do
quick.
respect all veterans. So if we are not here, it's because we're respecting them. If we are here, it's because we're still respecting them.
Mm-hmm.
So either way, just
Lot
stay
of
tuned.
respect here.
Follow us at Coinboys Podcast. I'm Daniel Gutierrez at dgutierrez84 on Twitter and everything else. To my
I
left.
am Reanimator on Twitch, Twitter, and Insta. Great having you guys today.
Yes, and I am at Sanity Crypto on Twitter mostly. That's where I spend most of my time.
And behind the ones and twos, we have.
I'm Sam Proof, and I'm Sam Proof on everything.
Excellent.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for
Oh,
joining
Sam
us.
Proof.
Hope you have a great week. Peace.
Later, guys.
Bye.